Good evening, everybody. I want to thank you all for coming out, and this is a wonderful audience. This is a packed house. This is fantastic. Coming out to our spring concert. This is going to feature all of our band students from Durand area schools, with the exception of 5th grade. Their concert's going to be happening next week, Wednesday. So I hope to see you for that one as well. But for now, we are here to celebrate our 6th grade band and all of the work and progress that they've been achieving over the past couple of weeks. So everybody you see in front of you, for the most part, which I'll talk a little bit about later, has been a student with us since the beginning of the year. And 6th grade is the first grade in the middle school. It's a foundational class where we go over lots of instrument technique, and we also learn a lot more about playing in band and how to be fantastic musicians. So tonight we're going to be starting with our 6th grade. We're performing a piece called Parade of the Gladiators. This is the first piece of sheet music that we have in front of us. Everything else was out of a method book or a red book. So we're going to begin with that. It's a very strong composition by William Owens. It's going to showcase a lot of people in the band. In particular, we've got some awesome crash cymbals in the very back there with Jackson. He's going to do great with it. So we hope you enjoy Parade of the Gladiators and the rest of our concert. Thank you for being here. I told you to get some crash cymbals. So up next, we have something that I like to do at spring concerts, and to recognize some of our students who have really shown a lot of improvement and a lot of different traits throughout our band program. So at this time, I want to start some of the student awards. We have 4 awards to give out tonight. We have Best Musician, which is just overall the strongest member, someone who's shown incredible musical aptitude. We have the Most Improved member, which is the individual award for most improvement and shown the greatest promise and the greatest growth throughout the year, and similar awards for the sections themselves. So individuals in section, best musician, and most improved. So up first, this student is someone who has demonstrated really, really strong musicality since day one. They came in and they pulled out their red book, which is our beginning band book, and they said, you know, I was practicing over the summer and I got through like this many. And I'm like, that's fantastic. And it's just been going up from there. This is somebody who is a musical leader in their section, and it's really, really important we have that because this section happens to be one where we have lots of new members who came in at the middle of the semester. So for musical excellence, I want to present the certificate to Caden Waller. Come on up, Caden. Continuing with our individual awards, this is for the most improved musician. This is somebody who has been with us for the entire year, but has, let's say, struggled to find their place a little bit in this band. We started with, I believe we started with clarinet, and then we went to trumpet, and then we did a little bit of trombone, then we went back to trumpet, and then we kind of landed on euphonium. And this is somebody that I want to present the award of Most Improved Musician. Come on up, Dylan, we know it's you. Thank you for him out there. I want to present him this award because he is not giving up. And we tried to find a fit for him, and I think we found it. He's got such a wonderful sound on that thing. You want to turn around and show the crowd how big that is? It's pretty impressive, and he can really fill it up, too. He's a really, really awesome guy, and I'm really glad to have him in the band. So congratulations, Dylan. That's fine too. So for our section awards, moving forward, I want to start with our most improved section. So as I mentioned earlier with Caden, this is a section that we've had lots of individuals come in with. We started the year with, let's see, I can count. We started the year with 3 people on clarinet, and there's a lot more out there now. So we have doubled our numbers because we had some people who jumped in, the whole front row in fact, who jumped in either at the semester or a little bit, or not at the beginning of the year. We had some people who moved in who said, I want to play clarinet, I want to join the band. We had some people who came in to my wonderful, wonderful surprise around Thanksgiving and said, hey, I want to do this next semester. What can I do to make that happen? So I would like to say that for a section that is half full of people who are new to their instrument, they are by far producing some fantastic sound. So I want to award the certificate of Most Improved to our clarinet section. All of the clarinets stand out. There's the picture right there. You're welcome, Mom and Dad. They also love the spotlight, as you can tell. So finally, we have our Best Section Award. This is a section that, I want to preface this and say that this entire group has grown tremendously, and it's really, really hard to pick this award. This is a section that has demonstrated really strong musical progress and musical aptitude over the course of the year. And I don't think that they'll be too embarrassed if I tell the crowd when we first started, when the baton first dropped in like the second week of August when we started classes, there was barely a whisper that came out. And now, you'll hear that they have a very prominent sound. And they come into the band room and they're playing duets together, and they're going through the red book, they're saying, you know, what do you want to try next? And they have that drive to just get better and better and better, and I want the flutes to stand up and accept the award for Best Section. Very, very nice. All right, you guys can sit down if you want. Don't let your arms get tired. So up next, we have a piece that has become somewhat of a classic. In fact, there are some musicians back in the band room who saw that on the program and said, man, I remember that. That thing was awesome. I love playing that. That was so much fun. This is the song, the Nana Boat Song, out of our method book. And there's some giggles out there in the crowd, probably former band students who remember that as well. So this is something that we're going to be playing through. We have some student soloists. We have Caden Waller, starting off with clarinet, and then we have Kaylee Neal with our flute, and then we go back to Lydia Gilmore for French horn. And then we finish it all as a one full band. So I hope you'll enjoy the Nana Boat Song with our student soloists. Up next is our 7th and 8th grade band. I hope you can see us a little bit better. We had a little bit of a lighting issue in the first group, so hopefully this will work better for everybody. So here we have our 7th and 8th grade band, as you can tell by their wonderful blue jackets that they all love wearing. Oh yes, yes. So this is a group that is our step-up band. This is a group that includes everybody at the middle school who's not in the 6th grade band, it's the upper 2 grades. In this case, the majority of this group is made up of 8th graders because of the unfortunate event that happened a couple years ago that we're not going to talk about. So most of the 8th graders in this group I want to mention as well are going to be a part of our marching band for next year. So the majority of these 8th graders on stage, I think there's 1 or 2 where we had some people who couldn't make it happen, but the large majority of them are going to be joining us at the high school in about, well, I guess officially in about a week. So that's very exciting. Up first for our first piece of this group is titled Fun Tango. This is a piece that has a little bit of a tango style. It's got a bit of a dance feel. It has the same theme that's repeated over and over, so take a listen for that. We are also featuring some very interesting percussion instruments on the back. Would you mind holding up our castanets so the audience can see maybe? Very good. You're definitely going to hear these bad boys. They're very prominent in this piece. And I also want to mention too, we have a couple guest musicians. We have Tommy in the back on the crash cymbals filling in for our percussion parts since we have a lot of instruments for this piece. And then we have Ryan Hartzell on the euphonium. Ryan Hartzell is one of our senior leaders. He's been helping out with the 7th and 8th grade band for the duration of the year this year. So he's going to be performing with us. And I guess he hasn't technically graduated yet, so this is the final exam. So up next we have a similar award category, which we're going to be passing out for our 7th and 8th grade band this time. So I know that there's been a lot of contention and a lot of fingers crossed from this group in particular. As soon as I told them that we were doing awards, I had a couple people come up to me every time and be like, I'm getting one, right? And I'm like, just simmer down, okay? So up first, we have, in the same order as last group, we have the Musical Excellence Award. This is somebody who is incredibly important to this ensemble in a way that words cannot be stated. This is somebody who provides the pulse for the band. This is somebody who has been playing at a very high level since we started rehearsing way back in August. This is somebody who has also been a part of the marching band. It's their 8th grade year that happened this most recent year, and this is somebody who is indispensable to this program. Fred, come on up. Nice and high. Good picture. There you go. Now back in the back. So up next we have the Most Improved Award. This is an award that's going to go to a student who has shown such strong musical growth. And it's going to be somebody that you heard a little bit of you'll hear a little bit of a feature for in our next piece. This is somebody who is the only person in their section. This is somebody who has been 100% committed and is, I like to say, the strong silent type. She's somebody who is incredibly skilled in her instrument, and I can't wait to see where she goes. Miss Natalie Mott, come on up. So our next award is the Most Improved Section Award. And it only made sense to give this award to a section that didn't exist in August. The people in this section are transplants. One of them I managed to talk them into trying trumpet at the beginning of the year, and the other one joined at the semester. This is a section that I'm sure you heard, I can almost guarantee it. And it's a section that's going to be very, very strong in the future, and they're already quite strong, and I can't wait to see where they go. Come on up, trumpet section. Very fitting. And finally, we get to the award that everyone has been clamoring for, the best section. This goes to a section that has been, I'm just going to use the word, it's been hilarious working with them. Everybody in this section, not in a bad way, they're just so funny. I can't help but laugh, and some things I have to like turn around so they can't see me laughing. It just comes right out. And they're such strong musicians, and they have such a very important part, especially for the instrument they play. The instrument that they play is an instrument that's incredibly important in any kind of band music. This is the clarinet section. Come on up, clarinet section. Our best section in the 7th and 8th grade band. on, get a picture. I do want to mention this entire section is going to be a part of our clarinet section for the marching band next fall as well. Every single one of them. Braden is actually in 7th grade. He will be marching as an 8th grader, and he's doing awesome. So I want to give a round of applause one more time for all of our award winners. So our final piece is what we call program music. Not because it's on your program, that's all the music, but this piece in particular is going to tell you a story. This piece is going to tell you the story of the Battle of Gettysburg through music. We don't use words, but we do use some non-traditional aspects in our band program, things that aren't just blowing into an instrument or playing a percussion instrument. So I hope you enjoy this next piece, titled Gettysburg by Balmages. There's somebody up here who looks a little bit different in this area. I don't know, I think we can do a nice, wonderful, full Durand spring concert, audience included, happy birthday celebration for Noel and our trombone section. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to
Noel. Happy birthday to you. I did tell her we were doing that, by the way, because she asked me, can I wear a birthday hat? It's my birthday, and I'm thinking it's like a little party hat. And then she shows up with that, and I'm like, oh, I definitely gotta sing now. So let's hear it one more time for the 7th and 8th grade band, this time for real. Thank you. Yeah, we were doing a lot back there. So if you look in your program, that's not a typo. We have converted our concert band into a jazz band. A little bit of a backstory behind this. So as you know, it's my first year at Durand, and I jumped in at band camp. That was my first day officially, was driving to band camp. And I think in the afternoon block, somebody, I think it might have been Lucas, came up to me and said, "Are we doing jazz band?" And that's how it started. I think at least once a week, they turned into once a month during festival season, but about once a week we would get, man, it would be so cool if we had a jazz band, it'd be cool if we played some jazz. So I was looking in the library and I was thinking about what we should play for our spring concert, and I found a whole bunch of jazz standards, found a whole bunch of stuff. So I said, you know what, we've got a pretty good instrumentation for it, as you can see up here. Let's give it a shot. So what you're about to hear is our Durand High School Jazz Band. We're going to be performing, yeah, if you want to clap, go for it, that's fine. We will be starting off with a piece titled Aftershock. This is a piece by Larry Barton, and actually, it's not really jazz. It's more of a rock chart. It's got a rock drum beat feel, it's got a lot of really aggressive low brass and lots of really sharp rhythms. It also features some of our student soloists, so if you do like what they played, you can go ahead and clap for them. It's not going to throw us off at all, okay? They would love to hear your appreciation, even if we're still playing. That is totally fine. So I hope you enjoy Aftershock by Larry. I just thought you couldn't hear them well enough, so I moved them up front. Just kidding. Up next is our piece entitled Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. This is a classic. This is something that these guys, great-grandparents probably were jamming out to, grandparents, and et cetera, et cetera. It's been played ever since it was composed. And it's been played by high school groups, college groups, everything in between, beginning band, et cetera. So we're gonna put our own little spin on it. This is Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. That trumpet section, yeah. Holy cow. Really, really, really nice job. You know, going back, way back to band camp again, I heard them play for the first time. I'm like, wow, we gotta do something with that. They just sound absolutely stellar and just wonderfully fantastic. So up next we have our award ceremony before we finish. And I want to start off with a little bit of our usual awards, and then we'll do a little bit more of senior stuff. So seniors, I don't know if I told you about this, but it's going to be happening, so get ready. So up first, this is the award for musical excellence. This is our best member, if you will. This person is a senior this year, and you've heard them solo twice already this evening. This is somebody who learned a new instrument to participate in the marching band and fill in where it was needed. This is somebody who has an exceptional gift on the saxophone and somebody who is just an incredibly strong musician and just an awesome person in general. Logan Hendrickson, come on up. You're going to hear one more from him too. Get ready for that. So up next for our individual awards is our most improved musician. This person I met first when, well, I shouldn't say met. I saw their name first when I pulled up my marching band roster for our fall semester, and then there was a name on there I don't recognize, and I went, oh boy. They missed all of the summer stuff. But this is somebody who has such a dedication and such a desire to do what is needed for the band and do what is needed for their friends, that they were our head roadie, our student roadie. They are our liaison, for the season and all things logistics. This is somebody who is a phenomenal oboe player, which you might see right now. Also is learning saxophone and decided to jump in on saxophone on some of these jazz charts, which is no easy feat. Allison Walter, stand up, come on up, for the most improved musician. This next award was a really, really hard one for me to figure out. This was really difficult for me to think about, and I did some soul searching on this one. This is the Most Improved Section Award, and truthfully, if I had the certificate paper to make one for all of you, I would have. However, it can only go to one section. Now this section, I know that they have a little bit of a love-hate relationship with me, since that's really my primary instrument, not the tuba. That's the one I started on in 5th grade, and I have some pretty high standards, as I'm sure that they can tell you, and they're all smiling, and they don't know what's happening, but some of the other students do. Trombone section, come on down. You have been stellar this season. They put up with a lot from me, I'm gonna be honest with you. Caleb just gave me the side eye just now, if you weren't wondering, so. And also one of them is a blues brother. So, moving on, we have our best section. And this is a section that I kind of already said my spiel, but I'm gonna have them come back down anyway. Trumpets, come on down. Absolutely fantastic. It goes without saying, trumpets, best section, fantastic. So at this time, I would like to recognize some of our senior class members. Seniors, don't come on down yet, we'll save that for the end. However, let me grab my cheat sheet. We had some absolutely excellent senior members this year, and it's going to be sad to see them go, but I know for a fact that every single one of them is going somewhere where they want to be. You're my first senior class here, and I'm going to miss you. Okay? I do want to acknowledge in particular, two awards that are two awards that are major awards for these individuals. And as I say their names, I would like for them to come down. I don't have the awards here. They were passed out at our senior honor assembly on Tuesday. However, the first person I want to acknowledge for this is why I have the cheat sheet, the Semper Fidelis Award for Musical Excellence for Kirby Young. So this is an award for somebody who demonstrates exceptional leadership and exceptional musicality throughout their time, and I can't think of a better person to have it. That is awarded by the Marine Corps, and it's a national award, and they take nominations, and we go through the process in that way, and Kirby, I am proud to say that you are the recipient of that. Up next, we have one of the highest honors that somebody in any high school program in the country can receive, the John Philip Sousa Award. A little bit of a history lesson. John Philip Sousa is really responsible for why you're sitting here. Sousa is the person who brought band to the public schools and made it something that is somewhat of a national pastime. He was also the composer of one of the few truly original American art forms, the march. He wrote hundreds of marches and many things of that variety. And the reason I bring this up is because the recipient of this award is somebody who has definitely been here longer than I have, and has been a part of the high school organization for longer than most of their peers they're standing next to. This is somebody who has served as the drum major for the Durand Marching Railroaders for 5 consecutive years. This is somebody that has held this band together and has brought this back to the community. Brian Hartzell, come on down. At this time, I would like for all the seniors to come on and join me on this side of the stage. Come on up, Kevin. Why are you laughing? At this time, I'd like to give you a gift, and I want to give you something that's going to take you into the next stage of your life. And I hope it's something that eventually, this rose unfortunately will die, but I hope your memories of this program will stay alive forever. Let's hear it one more time for our seniors. All right, go back up. We got one more thing to play for you. So this next piece is something that I'm a little bit obsessed with, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is a piece titled The Incredibles. It is a medley of music from the hit movie, well, the hit 2 movies, The Incredibles. This is a piece that was composed by Michael Giacchino, and it's been redone in many, many different forms. If you Google The Incredibles on YouTube, you will find some amazing musicians doing some incredible things. As most of the middle school band kids know, that's usually what I put on when they walk in the room. So they've been hearing it for a couple months straight. But our high school band has also been rehearsing it for a couple months straight. So I hope you enjoy Michael Giacchino's The Incredibles. All right, I want to thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for filling up this room. It was such a fantastic sight to see with this large crowd, and I'm really glad that you could be here this evening. Got to keep it on the speakers. So, right now, you are free to go. Thank you for coming. Thank you for celebrating music with us this evening in Durand area schools. And if you want to hear all these folks with a different uniform on, we will be at the Railroad Days Parade tomorrow, weather permitting. So come on down and see us. Thank you and have a great night.